So as far as I can tell, looking on the maps, it should be just in these wooded areas, just up here. And they've even left a lay-by for us.
Oh, nice. Hope there's not two cars coming down here at the same time. I need to cross.
Oh. Yeah, it should be in those woods there.
Right.
I think I saw a gap back there that we can go through.
Through this. I don't really know where you're going to get over. You're not going to be able to climb that.
There's a car.
But you can't climb barbed wire.
Clearly you've never been in the army.
Oh, there's like a hole in the fence there.
Over there?
Yeah.
I haven't got as long as leg as you.
Is James still scratching his head at the other bit?
He's trying to work it out.
Jimbo,
How'd you do it?
there's a gap in the fence unless you want to climb over that.
Yeah? I was just waiting to see in case I wasn't. Where was it?
You'll see it, just keep walking.
Oh, there's a car coming.
There's a car.
All I saw was just a beanie walking along, and then all of a sudden, whoop!
Find a hole.
Hey!
I'll find it. Yeah. I was looking for like a full-on gap.
Oh no, it's the best we could do.
There's a sign over there that says there's CCTV cameras up in the woods.
I haven't seen any.
Oh, there's that iron gate there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I can see him.
Wow. That's a literal, like...
So how did they find this?
Just had to cross a river to get it. Well, I'm not going first.
I got my torch.
Oh, it's snug.
I did say this to you.
Do you want this?
Huh?
Cheers. How much footage have we got of climbing in and out of holes?
It's another episode of Home.
The badger returns to his set.
What can you see?
Caves.
But like how...
I think it goes back quite a way.
in my face. What the fuck have you brought me into?
Well, it drops down a bit, doesn't it? How's the blooming Knights Templars getting down there with all their clobber on?
The Cainton Caves, located between the village of Cainton and Beckbury in Shropshire, are a series of man-made caves with a mysterious and much speculated origin. Although nobody knows who originally created the caves, one theory suggests that they were formed by quarrying in the mid-19th century, before being transformed into a grotto by the landowners at the time, almost like an underground folly. Others have speculated they date to even earlier, possibly as far back as the 17th century, but the truth is the actual origins of the caves remain a mystery. This hasn't stopped a number of wild ideas and theories being put forwards over the years, however, as to who may have created them. Legend says that the caves were dug out and used by the Knights Templar, a mysterious military religious sect set up in the Middle Ages to protect Europeans on their pilgrimages to the Holy Land. Although an exciting thought, it's almost impossible for the caves to have been created or even used by the Knights Templar due to the order being dissolved in the 14th century, along with the caves being dated to many hundreds of years after this. Something that could have added to the rumours of the cave's ties to the Knights Templar was the discovery of a sword on the site in the late 1980s. Mark Lawton, who whilst out for a walk came upon the caves and saw a lump of metal protruding from the earth which he pulled on, revealing an ancient looking sword. It wasn't until many years later, however, that he reported the find to experts, who have since speculated that it likely dates to the 13th century, certainly in keeping with the time period of the Knights Templar's operation. Although interesting, this find doesn't draw any further links to the caves being used by the Knights Templar, and it's possible the sword had been found elsewhere and taken to the caves at some point in history, maybe as a form of decoration, before being buried and forgotten. It's also possible that the sword's discovery near the caves is mere coincidence and has no relation to them whatsoever. Although the cave's early use remains a mystery, in the 20th century they were known for being used for secret ceremonies and rituals by occult groups, the most prevalent of which being the Order of the Nine Angles, a satanic occult organisation who share just as much with traditional paganism and Satanism as they do neo-Nazi ideologies. We can only speculate at what kinds of strange rituals they perform down here, and it's worth noting the group actively encouraged blood sacrifice, so it's safe to say they would have been fairly dark in nature. It's unknown who else ventured down here during this period, and what rites they performed, leading many to believe their activities have left a metaphysical trace within the caves. The caves were sealed up in the 1990s due to their frequent use by these groups. However, by 2012 it had been reopened until substantial vandalism occurred, forcing them to be resealed again the same year. This measure, however, was also short-lived, and they were uncovered yet again around 2017, and have since been a regular haunt of explorers, YouTubers, and ghost hunters. Being almost certain that the caves don't have any ties to the Knights Templar, as has been falsely reported by a number of online content creators, I think if there is any paranormal activity down here, it may have its roots in the 1970s or 80s, and we've certainly found before that sites where occult rituals have taken place become disturbed, opening them up for the potential of a haunting. If the background or history of a site is improperly researched or sensationalised, any further investigation from that group can't be taken seriously or at face value and does need to be pulled into question. Despite this, I am hopeful that when we spend tonight here, we will be able to document some kind of a haunting in this very unique and unusual location.